Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Plays Crafts. It's Wednesday, and I am here to say, woot woot, I am done with the first bag from my yarn flipping challenge. I ended up making 16 items with a value of $203. So from a $3.99 bag of yarn, plus a few extras tossed in, I came up with $203 worth of stuff. So this was fun. And tomorrow will be, what I call it, Yarn Flippin' Friday. And I will be opening up a new bag. I have put out a vote on YouTube, my Facebook. Well, it's my personal page, so most people wouldn't see that. Most people who watch my videos wouldn't see that. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So there's one that has 4 votes right now. So there is one leader, and there's another one that has 2 votes. It's pretty even. Oh, there are 2 that have 2 votes. So I'm pretty sure of which one's going to win because it's way out in the lead right now. So for this video, I'm going to try to quickly, because dinner is in the oven and I need to be done by 6, quickly run through the 16 items that I made from that yarn bag. Now the first one is one of these where plus extras kicked in because I saw that bright pink eyelash yarn and I wanted to make my Socksy Dachsie with fuzzy pink ears. So I grabbed a skein of big twist in a rainbow color and scavenged another shelf for white just chenille from Dollar Tree, and I made Pinky the Socksy Dachsie. Ta-da! That was the first item. Okay, Pinky. Then I played with the sparkly blue yarn, and I made this Mirage the Sky Serpent. Now with this, I used 2 skeins of the sparkly yarn together, and I said, this feels very stiff and rough. Okay, dragon skin is probably stiff and rough, but for future projects with this sparkly blue yarn, I did change things around a bit. Okay, number 3 was the frog. From Momsstitchetti on Instagram, there was this baby frog that I made with the green Bernat blanket yarn. But I still had some left. So I made another frog. I made a leggy frog from a YouTube tutorial. And when I got down to the last row or the next to last row, I did back loops only, leaving myself some loops there to go back and just do 2 double crochets in each stitch with the fun fur. And then I still had some left, so I did a second row. And then I did a third row of increasing in every stitch. So it's a very foofy skirt for this. Let's see, fancy frog. Oh, the turtle. Yes, there was still a little bit left, so I freehanded a land turtle. Is this one? No, this one doesn't have. Sometimes when I make land turtles, this one has bobbles for feet. Sometimes I do little, like 8 single crochet in the magic ring and then back loop only in a couple rows. And I'll put a little flat stone, like for the bottom of a aquarium tank, those fancy, or the ones that you put in a vase to anchor your flowers. I'll put one of those in the bottom of each foot to help them from tipping forward. But this guy just has bobbles and he stays steady pretty much. Okay, turtle, land turtle. Bougie bear, where are you, bougie bear? There's the bougie bear. I called him Bougie Bear because I made him with the bougie yarn. the mystical moonlight. No, moonlight mohair. And since I had bougie yarn left, sorry, our family likes to say that word. It's just, my middle daughter teases our youngest daughter about shopping at the bougie grocery store. Just because middle daughter shops at Aldi. But her sister doesn't have an Aldi near where she lives, so she goes to a different grocery store. And she's always like, oh yes, you go to that bougie grocery store. So we like saying bougie. When I go down to visit, the bougie grocery store does have my husband's favorite cereal. So I will like text her and say, okay, I'm at the bougie grocery store. Do you need anything? So here's Bougie Cat that also used the moonlight mohair yarn with a strand of a very light DK dark brown. And it, I don't know, you can't really see. It was like a dark chocolate brown, but it just blends so well with the other yarn that it doesn't look blended. It looks like it's supposed to be that way. Okay, Bougie Cat. Then the blue and tan turtle. Somewhere around here, there's a blue and tan turtle. There we go. There's the blue and tan turtle. This one does have weights. I can feel them. This has weighted feet. And I used some of my new fancy sinker eyes on him, and I think he looks adorable. Okay, blue and tan turtle. Then there's a ball. Okay, where's that ball? That's going to be hard to find. Maybe I already put it in the other room. It was... Okay. Trust me. There it is. Okay. This was number 9. I made a ball where it's just 6, 12, 18, 2 more rows of 18, then 12, then 6, and you finish it off. 2 strands of yarn, K-hook. I have a basket on my table for $2 balls, and people like to play with them, like to buy them, like kids like to play with them, cats like to play with them. I had a little bit of the blue sparkly yarn left after a few more projects, and I have that purple yarn up on my chair that I'm trying to use up. It is like a lace weight acrylic yarn, so I think I held 4 strands of, or maybe 2 strands, hard to tell, but I held some of the purple together with the sparkly yarn, and number 16 and number 9 are both the balls that will go in the $2 bin. Bloop, bloop. Okay, number 10, the big mushy crushy. There he is. I just finished him a couple days ago. That was using up this yarn. You know what? I think I missed one. I don't see splooting. I missed one. My numbers are going to go up because I do not see the Splooting Triceratops. He's right there. I don't see him on this list. So I made 17 things, and it'd be over $220 then, because I think he's going to be $18. Woo! So mushy crushy. I'm glad I caught that. And then green gray owl. Yep, when I finished up that yarn by making an owl. The Loaf Puppy. Loaf Puppy, here he is. There's the Loaf Puppy. That used the boucle yarn. Okay. The Genna Dragon with Sparkle Yarn. This is from the book No So Mini Amigurumi by Genna from Genna Makes fame. This I used 1 strand of blue worsted weight and 1 strand of the blue sparkly yarn. So he does sparkle. Okay, that box is empty, so we'll put him back in there. Then the Hedgehog. You guys didn't see the Hedgehog yet. I just finished him last night. This used the boucle yarn. I think it finished, nope, it didn't finish up the boucle yarn. Used the boucle yarn, and it finished up the hot pink fun fur. There's my hedgehog. And he's got like bobble feet in the original color. And I love him. Then, did I put this one on there too? I don't think I did. Micro Octo. This used up the blue yarn and the boucle. Man, oh man, my list is not. Hedgehog. Then there's another Spark Dragon. Spark the Dragon by Dr. Choco. Oh, there he is. Dr. Choco. This was a free pattern on Instagram. He has a bunch of nice patterns on Etsy. And I just discovered, I went to favorite some of his patterns to watch, see if they go on sale, because I keep telling myself, no more patterns. You have so many that you need to make up. So, but if they're on sale, maybe I'd buy them. And I saw that somebody was ripping off his patterns. And I let him know. So if you have any Dr. Choco patterns that you're interested in, support the real guy, not the fake Etsy store selling stolen patterns. Okay, that was Dr. Choco Spark the Dragon. I already showed you the ball. This list is really off. It doesn't list this Micro Octo. I mean, this Octo with the blue yarn, the blue sparkly yarn, and the purple. So I think that is it. I think I have, wait a minute, was that? No, that's other things. Okay. I think I've caught it. So I have to add like 2 Micro Octos and the Splooting Triceratops to my list to get everything accurate. So if you haven't voted, go vote. Yesterday's video was called Almost Done. So let's see, it's got Grammy Penguin holding like 3 balls of yarn because I still had blue, brown, and the fuzzy yarn left. So that's that. And since I wanted to wait till tomorrow to give everyone a chance to vote, I actually got around to working on one of my works in progress that has been sitting out by my chair for months. I finished the sloth planter. All I had to do, oops, I think there we go. Some of the strings were not hanging down properly. What's this one? Okay. All I had to do was 1 more leg and I think 6 more of the strings of leaves. I totally winged this. They wanted you to make 10 chains and then like 40 of these little leaves and tuck in the yarn ends on each of the leaves and then hot glue them to the chains. No. I did a magic ring down at the bottom and did the first leaf. And then I would just chain ever so many and then make a leaf. And then chain a few more and make a leaf. And chain a few more and make a leaf. So that I didn't have any ends to weave in. Because weaving in ends ranks right up there with sewing pieces on. So there is my sloth planter. Another, yes, I only have, let's see, there are only 2 projects left in the basket next to my chair. One of them is the bear that I said I couldn't finish up because I didn't have any off-white cotton yarn in like the sport weight. Well, this There's a very light tan and a bright white left over from the sloth planter. One complaint that I had seen about the hooks and needles kits was that some people did not have enough yarn to finish the project. I'm like stalled at the head, so I don't know how that goes yet. But for the sloth planter, I had a good amount of every color of yarn left. And the claws and the, oops, and I just dropped the brown and the black. The claws and the eye patch, the leaves, the body. What was white used for? Oh, the front of the head. So I have lots of little colors here that eventually they'll get used. I have a bag of these thin yarns that use a 2.5 hook, and I will probably make a striped animal sometime, doubling them up so they're more like worsted weight. Okay, I think it's time for me to go take dinner out of the oven, and I showed you all this stuff. And I don't have a fan going in here, so I want to go out and get in front of a fan for a while. It's only 80 today. It's not 90, and we got some rain, which is good. And tomorrow I get to start a new scrap bag. I might start another work in progress, just to start something. It's a celebration. Yeah, 2 works in progress. Well, there's 3. There's an Afghan that's on the craft cart because I'm not working on that just yet. If it's 80 or 90 degrees, I'm not working on a blanket I have to have across my lap. So I will probably grab one of the kits up there and start on a new project. One thing about this, I think I got this kit from Temu. I'm not sure. It had plenty of yarn. It had lots of, I think it gave me 3 needles. The only thing was, you needed 2 eyes and a nose. They sent me 4 eyes and 2 noses, but only 3 backs. Or 2 backs. But I have plenty of backings. I could get around it. But someone who doesn't have a good stash of stuff, that could be a problem. But all in all, I might make this again. I might make it in worsted weight yarn so that I don't have to cramp my fingers working with a tiny hook. There's like a bundle of wires here, and you wrapped the bundle of wires with the brown yarn to make it look like a stick. And they didn't have anything listed there about this step, but once I got to one end, I did a foundation single crochet to make a hanger for it, because it's like, okay, if you've got this on a stick, you're going to need something to hang it. There we go. Okay. Bye-bye.